Hey, welcome back, everybody. My next guest is a Grammy Award-winning songwriter and rock and roll Hall of Famer. Please welcome back to A Late Show, Elvis Costello. Hello, Elvis Costello.
Hello, Stephen. How are you doing?
Oh, I like that. I like that. I like the calm. I like the intimacy. It's like ASMR. I feel like I should be going to sleep soon.
Well, don't do that. We got a lot. We got a lot to talk about. Mustn't sleep on your audience.
Are you calling us from inside an art installation? What is that background you have there?
I am. Yes, I am. You guessed just right that I am inside an art installation. How did you know that?
That's what I get paid for. I notice you have two pairs of glasses on your head there, Elvis.
No, it's a fashion thing. All the kids will be doing it.
I didn't know if these blew out on a moment's notice, you had another one to come down, like a blast shield or something like that.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen you in forever and a day, which is terrible because I'm not telling any secrets to anybody out there, certainly not to you, that you are my favorite rock artist of all time. What have you been doing over the last, say, 4 years?
Over the last 4 years,
you got about 15 seconds. You got about 15 seconds to
I would say I've written quite a few songs. I've traveled many miles and did things like get on planes and go to other countries to record, something you would never ever imagine now until just a few months ago.
Okay, now let's get to the last 7 months. How have you been holding up under COVID quarantine? Were you on tour when everything locked down?
I was looking at an audience and thinking, they all wondering whether they are taking a chance coming here. In the last week of the tour, we started to see empty spaces and sold-out houses. And I came into the wings on the last night of the tour in London and said to the guys, I think this could be it. Let's go out there and play Hurry Down Doomsday, The Bugs Are Taking Over, a song of mine that I thought would catch the mood of the moment. But, a week later, I was back home with my family on Vancouver Island, and the Prime Minister was in the ICU. It really wasn't funny. At that moment, everybody was still treating this as a drop of poison in the ocean. It'll go away. And as you know, some people continue to believe it's all made up. Well, unfortunately, that doesn't work for my friends who have passed in this last little time. So,
same here.
It is. It's been very sad. But for myself, I've been tremendously grateful for the time. When you say, how am I holding? I'm holding my wife and children in my arms. I'm not on a bus between Iowa and Omaha in the summer months. I'm here with them every day. We sit and have supper. And I've tried to make best use of the time. I just refuse to feel sorry for myself when my friends in New York were at one point really struggling. I have friends who haven't fared so well with the isolation. I don't really like people that much, so I'm fine with my own company. I'm an only child, No, seriously, I tried to make the best use of it. I've done a lot of writing, a lot of recording, and I'm grateful for what this has given me.
The new album is called Hey Clockface. It's your 31st studio album for those of you at home keeping score. The first song was released on June 5th called No Flag. That was immediately heralded as a protest song at a moment when the United States and the world was being gripped by protests. Was that released at that moment with that in mind?
No, I mean, those sort of things just happen by coincidence. I had written the song last year for that day when you get up and the ways of the world make you feel no allegiance, no philosophy, no theology will console me. And you make a furious sound. Now, in my case, I did something slightly reckless as we would think of it now. I went, where the wind blew me and nobody knew me, to Helsinki, the musical hub of the world.
Sure. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Helsinki.
Well, the Finns claim to have invented tango, so I figured that alone would take me there.
They invented tango and tapas.
Yes. They made this. I made this clattering sound that is no flag, and then people heard in it some coincidental alignment in the stars and in the headlines. I could not have planned that, and the song will still sound. Hopefully, it'll still sound good.
And it's not the only album you've got out right now. You're glutting the market right now. Also, this massive. How many albums do you get with the new Armed Forces complete box set here?
That is 6 record albums, 4 12-inch, 2 10-inch, 3 singles, a fistful of pocket of comic books.
Yeah, what
Postcards of the attraction.
The liner notes are all comic books, which are fantastic. What is the inspiration for these?
Well, Todd Alcott, who did those, the artwork for Armed Forces was pop art to begin with. Our late friend Barney Bubbles did the original artwork. Todd Alcott did these covers. One of them there, I think maybe a couple of them did raise some questions. There's one there where I'm being menaced by attractive blonde women carrying cudgels.
Sure.
And somebody did ask, why this? And I said, well, sad to say, that was my life then.
Oh, they're saying that's the way you want to go.
Yeah. Well, look at those muscles there. I mean, look how buff I was in.
You're ripped. Yeah. Those were the days.
Yeah.
Well, Elvis, before I let you go, I want to ask you one question. A lot of politicians use songs that, that they don't have the rights to for their rallies, and artists get angry about that and send them angry letters. I assume this has happened to you in the past. If there was a song that you think would fit a Trump rally of yours, what would you suggest?
I wrote a campaign song for a musical adaptation of Bud Schulberg's A Face in the Crowd, which should have been open in New York at this moment. We both know the reasons why that isn't happening. Next year we'll bring it to you. Can I read you these lines, because I think they speak from my heart. They say what I feel but cannot express.
Sure.
Okay. If you're tired of the lies of politicians and of preachers, you can put your trust in me. Help me be your brother's keeper. If you pay too many taxes, think salvation should be cheaper. Just say blood and hot sauce. When the bailiffs are at the door and you want to vent your spleen, Vaseline my pompadour, I'm twice the man you should have been. Hand round the ammunition and the gasoline. Just say blood and hot sauce. For the people will not judge me, 'cause there's only one damn. And you know how much they love me, because I'm one of them. I was climbing up the ratings, 'cause they said I was a Satan. But the ladies treat me kindly, 'cause they know what's on my mind. And I gave in to temptation, and I'm lousy with penetration. Just say blood and hot sauce. And that is the words of Lonesome Rhodes, a lying, cheating, swindling hillbilly singer who rises through the realms of entertainment to be a man of influence. Be careful what you wish for.
Hey Clockface is available on Friday. Stick around for a performance by Elvis. He's not going anywhere. There's more. Thank you, Elvis.